Yeah.
I got 693 and that's all we could get when I seeked through.
And there's the Andinga Falls. As a tourist. Looks like a Baronia. Like hibiscus flowers. The Andinga Falls. It's like a Baronia flower. Quite a big bush. If it is Baronia. We're going for a wander down this path to Peterby Rockhole. Found the Namaha. Peterby's Namaha. And the bees are enjoying that. Bit of water in there. Some of the native wildlife around Stone Dam, Gawler Ranges. I'm not sure what that noise is. Going on a short hike. I think it's about 300 metres to have a look at this Stone Dam up here. This is on the lower end of the Gawler Ranges. Very picturesque through here. And you see the lizard there hiding on the rock in the centre of the screen. Like a local inhabitant. Having a little rest, absorbing a bit of sunlight. That's for you, Koi. The dam's dry. Oh, tadpoles wandering around in the water. It's a wattle out in flower. Just a lazy Sunday afternoon. What's going on? A little fella hiding behind the scrub there. This must be Painey Station, because here's the old Painey tank. Great bit of stonework on there. Where's Painey tank? Oh, coil of fencing wire. Must have been a sheep paddock here. Another old tank behind us. Stone one. Must have been a later edition. This water trough here is quite long. The old tin trough's been fiberglassed out to stop the leaks. The tank is full. Just look around at these self-closing gates. It's a trap, usually, for goats. I noticed on the fence here, stockyards from WA, Withwell stockyards. Around Bindoon, WA. Old Painey homestead. Between 1877 and 1898, William Milroy Crawford and his wife Margaret Nee Harkness held a total of 1,400 square miles in the western Gawler Ranges, and also Carculteby Station. During this time, the son-in-law, William Murdoch Mackenzie, managed Painey Station and lived in Old Painey homestead with his wife Jessie and their 11 children. Now, it's thought Old Painey homestead was built in the 1870s by a fellow by the name of William Crawford. He came up to the Gawler Ranges from Malang with a fair bit of money under his belt. He established himself as a sheep farm on a large scale, having Calcutabi, Pondana, Paney and Yartu stations. He was going good for a number of years and won the respect of all by his generosity and hospitality. But with the drought, low prices, rabbits and dingoes, he soon hit the hard times. In the heyday, he saw 50,000 sheep, then came down to 4,000. And now he's hardly anything left for a work of a lifetime, but he still remains cheerful and courteous gentleman he always was. Fireplace in every room. Would have been comfy living here. These peppermint trees were planted in 1887 from a seedling bought from Corn by William Crawford's daughter, Jess Mackenzie. Paney Station dogs weren't pampered poochers. They were important workers in the wool industry and had their own accommodation near the homestead. Here's a bit of a verse. His only help would be his dog, roughly trained to whistle signals. If the shepherd could not whistle, toothless mouths were common then, he would make a whistle from a gum leaf or a piece of tin, bent over with a hole in the centre. Flash quarters. No shortage of emus around these parts. It's like a pound in here, flat plain, with emus feeding all around. Couple of cockies in the tree. I suppose if the dogs were having a bad day, they'd get tied up out here in the elements. Another stone tank here. A huge trough. This is Paney's well tank. The well's got solder on it now. Lonely grave on Paney Station, or Paney Farm. Up yonder in the middle of the screen down the bottom where those rocks are sticking out of the ground, that's where the old police station used to be. And it remained there for 3 years. Must have been hard out here. Either that or nothing ever happened. This is the Paney shearing shed. And shearers' quarters. Must be a 6-stander. Once the sheep are shorn, they come out these pens and they're counted for each shearer. And that's what they get paid on.
What's the smell you've been missing?
Nice shearing shed. A nice wool press. Federal. These are where the shearers stand at each one of these. With the gear laying on the floor like these ones up here. There'll be a handpiece goes on the end. And they pull this lever, or pull this wire, pull this bit of rope, flicks that over and turns it on. Makes the handpiece vibrate side to side. So the sheep will chase into these pens and into these pens for each shearer. We've got swinging doors on the end. The shearer would swing in through the doors, grab a sheep, turn it over, drag it out to his stand and shear it. There was a roustabout to come pick the fleece up when he's finished and tidy up, and he'd come back in here and grab another one after he's pushed it out to the counting pen outside. Flat wing doors. This is what it looked like back in the day. This is the engine room. That pump would have started up. They would have had, well, you can see that strap hanging over the end there. They would have had a really big one of them, like this one over here, and it would have hooked onto the pulley there and around this pulley here, and that's what turned stands. Here we have, these are what they used to use, hand shears, and then technology brought in these hand pieces. It's called the comb and that's called the cutter. And they used to rub up and down each other to cut through wool. This bloke's face looked familiar. David Unipon. He's on the $50 note. He designed the handpiece. They would have had a wool classer in here. Once the fleece was thrown on that table, it was skirted to get rid of the dirty wool. And the classer would roll it up and pull a piece out and check it and grade it and put it into a pile accordingly. When the bale was filled and clipped up, they'd weigh it on their scales. This wool press is made from mallee.
Oh, it's 58 right now.
That's where the sheep were thrown in the catching pen for counting later on. Put your bird in the centre of the screen. It's a pretty old fence line, this one. So, a small paddock here. Surrounded some sheep up in here once upon a time. Just checking out that dam over there. Looks like a bit of a grader thing they got here. What's this little bottle here? It's got Marpo rub on it. Never heard of it. Bit of Dinker rub, not Marpo rub. Amazing. Bit of lead out of an old battery. I think that bottle said Vapo rub. Must be Vicks. Horseshoe. Well worn. tomato sauce bottle, bits and pieces of broken plate. Wombat holes. A wombat warren. Right, another bottle over there. There you go. Property of Legos. Legos tomato paste, I'd say. Couple of rims. Motorbike rims by the look of it. There's a pickaxe stubby. Oh, we've got Puffin Billy happening tonight. Yeah, smoke's coming out all the orifices now.